what's up, everybody? It's Prophecy Onassis here on Global Boxing Network with my colleagues Brendan Gibbons on the end and Mario Serrano with a special guest, Brian Bomac McIntyre, here on GBN just for you. We're happy to have you here, man. The ultimate fight trainer here in the building, all the way from Omaha, Nebraska, with a historical resume with some historical fighters under his belt, training some of the best, and Hall of Fame all the way here, man. Let's go. What's up, Bomac?
What's up, y'all? What's going on, man?
Nice to have you here,
What's going on,
brother.
man?
It's
Happy
an
to
honor.
be here.
Gotta hear the best from the best, man. Been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
How'd you get into business, man? Let them know.
Man, I started in boxing in 1978.
Wow.
That's like 47, 48 years ago. So I've been there. There's not been a year since I missed boxing or been in the gym since
Wow.
I walked in the gym.
Wow.
Discipline and determination.
Did you ever fight in Oklahoma or the Midwest?
Yeah, I fought in the Midwest. I was an amateur boxer. I did pretty good. Went to a couple nationals, got runner-up. Then I turned pro. I was trash as a pro, though.
Yeah. Some of the best trainers weren't so great in the pros, but man, they know a lot. You know what I mean?
So what?
And it is what it is.
So when you got into training, what made you continue with the high-level desire to get to where you're at? Who got you there other than your own mental capability?
First of all, boxing is in my blood.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? My brother used to box, and he got me into boxing by coming home late every night. My mom was like, "Boy, why you keep coming home late? What's wrong with you?" He's like, I was at boxing practice." So I was like 7, 8 years old, and I used to see the gym from my front yard down the street. And I used to see them gathered, all the kids gathered down there, and I was like, dang, I can't go down there because I'm too young. My mom ain't gonna let me go out the yard. So my brother came home every night. He would be like, man, we just talk about the boxing gym. So when I finally got my time to go down there, I was hooked ever since.
Hooked ever since.
Hooked ever since.
And then what city was this you grew up in?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, so you're Omaha, born and raised.
Well, I'm from Evergreen, Alabama, but I was raised in Omaha, Nebraska.
So that's your hometown, you would
That's
say.
my hometown, yeah.
That's awesome. So we were in here earlier before we got started, and we know you have a pretty good resume of fighters that you work with. Why don't you let everyone know, a lot of people do know, but there's a lot of newcomers to boxing, and I'd like you to shine upon what you've done and who you work with currently and in the past.
Well, my first actual fighter was Terence Crawford. You know, I started working with him the day that he walked in the gym when he was like 7 years old. And then just from his amateur career throughout his professional career, I've always been by his side. It always was me and Midge, Saul, Red, you know, Bernie, you know, those guys was fighting too. And Mitch used to say, hey, Sam, help with these kids. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing else to do. And that's, till this day, I use the same phrase. When this pros get done, either you're going to pay gym dues or you're going to stay and help with these kids.
That's beautiful.
Give back to the gym. Give back to these kids. These kids watch you, man.
Wow.
They watch you every single day. They see you go out. They see you fight on TV. They see you got money. They see you get car. They see all that. Stay back and help them inspire those kids so the next generation can come. And that's what he did to me. And, you know, back then we didn't have nothing. You know, we didn't have no good pros in the gym. We just had pros come through the gym, but we never had our gym wasn't never home for world-class professional boxers. And so when I started training the amateurs, and then got further along into the amateur career, the national career, the Olympic trials, you know, I was just stuck, man. I was stuck. I wasn't a good professional. I was already amateur, but I wasn't a good professional. But just being around boxing itself, just always just grasped onto my soul. And then like when I did work with, you know, pros, guys from other gyms, and hey, Bo, can you go with me to this fight? And then I go to the fight, and I'll say this, my right hand on the Bible. I went to a fight one time, And I had a B-side. You know, I didn't know what B-side, A-side was. And Sam Watts walked in and seen me. He was like, oh, there go Bomac. He got all the bums. And I'm like, oh, man, can I cuss on this?
Yeah, man. This is
I
our
was like,
show.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, right.
I was
right.
like, oh, man. I was like, all right, okay, all right. First of all, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just a guy coming along with my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? But I knew back in the back of my mind, I had some top amateurs in my gym that is sooner or later going to turn pro, and that was one of the things that stuck with me all the way up until now. Once these kids turn pro, I told Bud, I told Red, I told Saul, I told Bernard, I'll comb this world to find the best fit for you, so your career don't go through what my career went through.
Wow.
One thing led to another. We met Cameron Duncan, you know, your
Manager.
dad, and just Pete Souza, you know what I'm saying?
You used to fight for Pete, right?
Yeah. I fought for Pete a couple times. And just going through the system, man. And then
Yeah.
I was always like, losing is not an option, man. We ain't losing.
Yeah.
Just stay in the gym and just keep plugging.
So what does that day look like for you? That's a long day for so many years. What's that sacrifice look like for you as a trainer? I understand the fighters have to do what they do, but you have to show up just as well and be on time. And,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of motivation that comes right off of you through them, right? So what does that day look like for you?
My day, a particular day for me, like say a Monday tomorrow,
Okay.
we'll be up, we up at 7:30, and I'm yelling, work time, let's go, work time, let's go. I'm beating on doors, I'm beating on the walls.
Yeah.
I got the music blasted.
Yeah.
You know, let's get up. We got to be out the door in an hour. Get your ass up, get some breakfast in you, and let's be out the door so we can make it to the workouts. Usually workouts start about 9 o'clock, right?
Got it.
If they'll go to the UFC or strength and condition, and I always like to be on time. You got to be on time.
Always.
Everything got to be precise, man, precise. And from 9 to 10:30, 11, we working out. We come home. We get home about 11:30, and then we back at the gym. We up and at it by 2:30. We work from 3 to 6 to 7.
So you say 11:30, from 7 a.m. to
11:30 in the afternoon.
in the afternoon.
To the afternoon, to the mid-morning. Then we get our little hour and a half, 2-hour break, and then we back in the gym, you know, from 2:33 to 7:30.
I always said the great ones, their 24-hour clock is no joke. If you're gonna be at the elite level, that's eat, sleep, breathe, boxing, rest,
Yeah.
all of that for that 24-hour clock. And if you ain't doing that, you ain't gonna beat those guys.
Someone else is doing it.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And one of my pet peeves, man, and I tell the trainers this, I say, hey, as much as those fighters got to be disciplined, we got to be disciplined right along with them.
Straight up.
My home gym is in Omaha, Nebraska. We got a beautiful gym there.
Yep.
All the fighters,
I've
man,
been there.
they come in from all over the world. But my thing is, I don't like training at home because of the fact that the coaches get comfortable.
Yep.
Get a little lazy. Oh man, I'm showing up 30 minutes and fighters sitting there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do it.
Yeah.
I'm at home chilling in my
Yeah,
crib. I got
yeah.
everything I need, you know what I'm saying?
Out here in Vegas, you're out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. So it's like we either go to Vegas or we go to Colorado Springs, and not only is the fighters in camp, but the trainers are in camp too. You got to keep that mind sharp.
What is BMB?
Bo and Bud.
Bo and Bud.
Bo
What
and
is it
Bud.
more than just Bo and Bud? Is it Saul, Red, the people you
Yeah, it's Bo and Bud because me and Bud started with B&B. He's the first guy that I ever said that got him to believe in my vision.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, Bo, man, I said, trust me, just trust me. Even though I didn't know a guy,
Yeah, that
fine
takes-
fuck. But
Yeah.
I had just
That takes a lot of faith and a lot of, I mean, it just shows you what type of guy you are. Only the real great ones can really pull off their manifestation in their mind, right?
Yeah.
You got to really believe in what you're doing.
Did you
and
have
have
to
no
convince
doubts?
Red and Bernie? And
No,
all them?
shit, no, because they believe in me as a trainer when they was fighting amateur. You know what I'm saying? I pushed them as an amateur. As much as I was in the gym, as much as I could be in the gym, I always pushed them. I pushed Bud, Red to national titles and Saul, when he walked in the gym, just always push. Cause Midge pushed me, so I pushed them. And then Midge just always say, "Them kids is gonna be fucking world champions, Bomac. I promise you, don't you ever let nobody touch them." All right, okay. So Red didn't work out, you know what I'm saying? Saul didn't work out. Bernard, yeah, he was in and out the gym, in and out the streets, but the most important thing to me was let's keep this circle together because these guys, we all know each other. We've been knowing each other for more than 30 years plus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's easy. It's real easy to communicate with all 4 or 5 or 6 of us. You know what I'm saying? Even Steven Nelson. It's easy. And we're like brothers, man.
Yeah.
You know, those guys are like my sons.
Got you.
Like Red like my little brother, Bud like my son, Bernie like my little brother, Saul like my little my partner, you know what I'm saying? So
I remember, because I was out there when Crawford fought David Abanesian. His last home fight was in Omaha. One thing I remember when I was out there and I was working that show is the diversity of the community, and especially your folks. You have a Latin trainer right there. Crawford has his big burly white dude, his partner that walks him out into the ring. I mean, there's just all these dudes, man.
Very diverse.
It's a diverse group, and then they those people got money out there in Omaha. They packed that house. And
certain ones got
certain ones do. But it was crazy because those guys came out, like all the richer white folks, I guess you want to say.
Oh, yeah.
They all came out to watch Terence Crawford, and they all flew out to watch him fight Canelo. They're deep. I'll tell you right now, Omaha, Nebraska, them fans is deep.
Shocked me when I first went there for the first time. I didn't know it was diverse, and I thought there was 0 black people there. And when I got there, I was like, what the? It's some black people up in this motherfucker, right? And it was different. But you know what I realized is that it's a very big, Omaha loves football too. Like, yeah, that's a football town too. It's a sports, a lot more
college
sports
baseball too.
Yeah, baseball, a lot of it. So if you were to look back and say, what was the most, and this is what Justin Goose and Brown asked you when we were in here. So I just want to give him credit for the question because I thought the answer was very interesting. So if you were to look at the most exciting fight and he asked you, was it, and he just took the, answered the question.
What was your most hype fight?
What was your most hype fight? And he says, and he goes, Canelo. And you said no. And that shocked me because your answer was?
Errol Spence. It was the Spence fight, man.
So, and give us a reason why that was for you.
'Cause it was just going into the fight, man. Well, going into, re-signing with Top Rank and just being on that other side of the street against PBC. And so you got to think about those guys over at PBC. Bud was in the amateurs with those guys. You know what I'm saying? So everybody went that route over there. But Bud came over here. We went this route over here. And so everybody did talk shit about him. Nah, that's what you get. Yeah, because they were saying you ain't fighting nobody. You ain't fighting nobody. He fought everybody they put in front of him. That Top Rank can get, whatever they can get. And so, but the world was looking at PBC like that's the best promotional company. They got the best fighters over there. When me personally, I already knew, no, they don't. They just, the way they are pushing the promotional company. And once we stepped in 147, everybody's like, oh man, Bud and Spence, but Spence gonna be Bud. But little do they know, man, I've been doing my homework all along, just doing my homework all along. And the way he fought, talked, walked, did everything they did over there, I always kept my eye on. Every fight that he had, I always kept my eye on. And he made the same mistakes over and over and over again. They didn't realize that, but they was doing all that talking over there. Like they the biggest fucking thing that hit 147.
I like this show.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
And then I kept saying, mark my words, you're going to get beat, dog. You're going to get beat. And this is the funniest shit. This is the honest thing I can tell y'all. I look you right in the camera and say, we'd be training for one fighter, but every now and then, Bud sit down or we'd sit on the edge of the ring, And Bud to say, I'm gonna fuck that dude up, Bo. So mentally, he was preparing himself. Mentally, as far as education-wise, I was preparing myself. Me and the other trainers was preparing ourselves to fight this dude because I knew eventually, if we wanted to be great, we had to go through him.
Man, and that performance when I sat in the floor and I got chills. I didn't think it was gonna go down like that. I had one person, and his name is Franklin Holmes out of Florida. He says, "You ever see all the fights and this guy fight?" And I says, "Nah, I haven't seen a lot." So I start watching. I said, "I don't see it happening like that." He says, "Nah, man, this dude's about to fuck him up." Pretty much, he says, "This is about to be," and he's speaking exactly the way it went. Yeah. And he says, "Matter of fact, I got the tickets, and I got you." And I was like, "Man, them tickets like 12 something on the floor." It was some crazy number that he bought these tickets for, right? Just the last minute. I get down there, I watch the fight, I look at him, and that was the first time I ever felt extremely bad for another fighter. I felt sorry for the man. I had secondhand embarrassment, and that's real shit. You know how like you get embarrassed for the person? It's like nothing was going, and I was like, well, I think point proven. That's one of the best guys and one of the
And
I've ever seen.
you gotta give credit to Spence for building up that record, being one of those guys.
Oh, he was an Olympian.
Right?
He was.
But one thing I know about Terence Crawford, and I don't know the man that well. I was only with him for that one fight in Nebraska, his last home fight, and just being around him, you just feel his energy, dude. Like this guy's not gonna lose, bro. Like anything, hoops, wrestling, whatever. He's gonna win, and he's gonna do everything he can to win, and you could just feel that energy and just know this is one of those guys, right?
Well,
kind of, I don't really know too many people that have been around like that you just feel their energy and you just know that these are just dogs.
Well, I feel it from training Bomac. It's like you can feel what's resonating in his professionalism, his humble mentality, but his focused energy is cosmic. Right off the bat, this is what I like. We over here tampering around, switching clothes and stuff. He outside, he tells us, "Okay, man, this is my day off." He coached us right into these fucking seats. We was like, "Okay, we got to get this shit going because he got to go." He's like, "Okay, I gave you this much time. I got to get busy, let's go."
And again, this is insider industry type of a show. Everybody on this panel have been in boxing for many, many, many years. So this is a different insight when you're watching this. So subscribe, promote. This is our channel. This is the Global Boxing Network where we're speaking to the fans. And this is going to be a fan engagement platform. So may the fans speak.
May the fans speak. We got one more thing we're going to talk about because Bomac got to get busy and get on with other things in his day. And he just came off a championship fight. We want to shout out. It's the first person that won, tell us a little bit about that fight. It's about a week or so ago.
Oh, okay. That was Lester Martinez, man.
First Guatemalan champion.
First Guatemalan champion.
And man, here's the funny thing about Lester and how we came across Lester. We was in camp in Colorado Springs, and they was having a tournament in Colorado down at the hotel down the street from the house. And so I was like, man, let's go down there and let's see the Guatemalan team. They down there fighting in that it was called Panam something down there. So I'm like, okay, let's go down there. So we just watching, and Lester, he wasn't on the team, but his coaches, which is Hector now, was down there and got to know Hector and was asking about Lester, and Lester was back home preparing for another fight, and so I'm like, okay, cool. So I continue to watch the fight. So every year, Saul would say, man, you remember Lester? Man, that guy, man, he's about to turn Pro Bowl. Can we get him? I said, man, so we can do the best we can if we can. But he ended up going with Richard Steele and another promoter out of Vegas. Yeah. So
Stephen Reed.
Stephen Reed.
Yeah, Stephen Reed.
Yeah. And so they go on, and Saul, being that's for his country, he's always kept his eye on Lester. So opportunity came up. I think things got a little bit tough for him as far as financially wise, or he wasn't moving the right way. So I was like, man, Bo, is opportunity for us again. Can we? Man, I'm gonna do whatever you want to do. So we went and had dinner with those guys, that team right there, and sure enough, man, they accepted the offer to come to join our team, and I took them over to. This is honest to God truth. I took them to Top Rank first, because we was working with them. They was like, oh no, fuck Lester.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to Golden Boy just a little bit, but they was like, so fuck it. I'm gonna go over here. Let's go to Pro Box.
That's Gary Jonas.
Gary Jonas. So Gary,
Daniel Rubin.
they had a guy named Chris Glover over there.
Yeah, Chris Glover. Was he a
Chris-
matchmaker?
Yeah. So he flew in from wherever he was at to Vegas to watch Lester, and man, Lester stopped. I can't think of the opponent's name. He stopped the dude, and Chris just fell in love with him. Went back and told Gary, and the rest is history.
There you go.
He's a very,
Another
very
one in the
exciting
books,
fighter.
Another
And
champion.
Lester is Lester is another Terence Bud Crawford, dog.
Oh, that's saying a lot.
I promise you.
Okay.
He don't talk a lot. All he does is work.
He gets busy.
All he does is work. He don't tell you no. Coach, what we got today? Fine. If his back hurt, his arm hurt, and you'll see him kind of, caressing it a little bit. You got to tell him, take the day off, man. Don't worry about it. Get you some rest. No, coach, no, not. Hey, take the fucking day off.
Got it.
Rest. You're already in shape. You don't want to do no damage that's already been done. That's how he is, man. You always say, Coach,
I love
I'm
that.
not going to fucking lose. I'm going to be a world champion. I'm going to bet.
So you obviously have the magic to see the firelight in somebody, something that ignites them, and you got to be able to identify with that with people when you understand talent and where that energy is drawn from, and that's awesome that you could say that, because now I can say, it makes me look at him closer when you compare him to Bud.
Man, I promise you, man.
That's
promise
saying a
you.
lot. That's exciting too.
How many world champions is that? Four or
That's
five?
five. I think there's five now.
Jamal, Lester. You were with Jamal Herring.
Yeah,
One?
Jamel.
Yeah.
Jamal, Lester, Terrence, obviously.
Yeah. Keyshawn and
Keyshawn.
Lester.
And Keyshawn looked awesome last fight, man. I liked that last fight that he
Well, Keyshawn, he moved on.
Yeah.
He moved on. He wanted to bring his guys from North Fork.
Yeah.
It was a
cool.
coach that he brought over with him named Randall. Randall was a very knowledgeable coach, but he just didn't have the experience on that championship level.
Got it.
So Keyshawn was like, hey, man, what about my amateur coach? I would be a straight asshole if I would say, no, man, he can't come, because every coach need a chance.
Man, you the man.
You know what I'm saying? Every coach need a chance to be able to get to that level. Once you get to that level, you went through the experience of it. So it'd be shame on you if you can't build another champion when you first been there firsthand to know how to build a champion.
And
Yeah.
you know exactly, because you built Terrence from scratch to a world champ. And you've seen that, and you give this guy an opportunity, shows a lot about your character.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, man. That's real talk.
In less than a minute or so, and we'll sign out. But I just wanted to ask you, what's your next move?
My next move, man, we got some guys, man. We got some guys in Kent right now that I'm working with. I don't want to say nothing right now, but I'm gonna put a tweet out or put a picture out or
About
something.
Lolo?
Oh, Lolo, Chelsea. He's supposed to fight.
Fight Anthony Cuba? Or no.
He's
They
supposed
both fell out. He was supposed to fight someone and they fell out.
Yeah, he fell out. Lolo is another 140-pounder.
He can fight.
That motherfucker
Okay.
bad, man. So
Yeah.
A brother, slick,
Yeah.
fast hands.
Yeah.
He got to work on his power a little bit, but man, that's he's like I treat him like I treat a Bud early in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're hungry.
Yeah. Oh,
Kid can fight.
man.
And-
questions,
and
Josh?
I think we just got to reiterate that Bomac's out here in Las Vegas. This is
Yeah.
the boxing capital of the world,
Right.
where you got the best fighters in all these gyms, and like he said, he wanted to get out of the comfort zone. You're in Las Vegas.
Man, he's going
right?
to Apex. He's comfortable over there.
Yeah.
You got that nice facility over there.
And it's private too, man.
Private,
I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah,
You-
man.
And can't just anybody just walk in that gym,
No.
man. You got to be on the list. They got to scan you down.
They make you dress a certain way over there too.
Your license
man.
plate has to be there. Then you're going to be on the list. You got to go like 4
Yeah.
checkpoints.
It's so funny.
Man.
First time I said it last show, we were driving down the highway and we saw you going in on the first fight. I said, "There's
Yeah.
Brendan going into the Apex." But brother Bomac,
Man, I appreciate y'all,
we
man.
really appreciate
Man,
you.
I'll
brother.
come back
Thank you,
anytime.
Bomac.
Oh man, I
I
appreciate
mean,
it.
you guys will love Bernie the boxer, man.
Man, we'd love to have
Bernie.
it.
Yeah, y'all would love it. Yeah, that is a boxing encyclopedia, right?
Let's
Let me ask you
do
one
it.
more thing. So Shakur Stevenson, right? He says he's very obsessed with boxing. He watches boxing outside of boxing. He boxes. Is that how Bernie is, kind of, or just all day?
That's Bernie. That's Bernie. This is the funniest thing. Bernie would wake up in the morning and put boxing on every TV in the house. You need to study boxing. And I mean, you need to study it. You need to know the ins and outs of how to get ring generalship like that. Man, Bernie, dude, for real. Then you get, like, if I'm in the kitchen cooking and I hear him coming up the stairs, I'm taking the control. I'm hiding. I'm watching the cooking channel, man.
I
I got to be an hour in first before we get to work.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you
awesome.
all, our audience here watching today. Bomac in the building here at the RBC on GBN, the Global Boxing Network, with our colleagues, Mario Serrano, Brendan Gibbons, Bomac.
Appreciate
Salute
you,
to
man.
you, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Yes,
both
sir.
all y'all,
Salute.
man.
Thank you so much.
See you next time.